Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, June 16th. I am out with my son, Alex. Dropped off the other two. One is in school, the other one is at his auntie's house. So got a little bit of peace and quiet right now. And I guess yesterday was Father's Day, and I didn't even realize it until I saw everybody started posting in America today saying happy Father's Day to everybody. So I guess I missed it by a day, but it's okay. Father's Day, happy Father's Day to everybody, all the men out there, all the guys, all my friends, all my family, everybody, all my relatives. Happy Father's Day. You guys deserve it. But Father's Day shouldn't be just one day. It should be every single day. I don't think we get to hear it enough for men, because I know for myself that I do a lot, and I work hard to try and take care of my family. So this topic here about fatherhood is something that I like to talk about all the time, because it's something serious to me, and it's something that I'm working on. I'm pretty sure everybody else is working on too, because we have a family that we need to take care of. And part of that role as being a father is it's difficult. It's not easy. It's very difficult to continue on every single day, even though you're tired, or sometimes some of us aren't even with the child's mother, because of our differences. And those differences is what cause us to separate from the child's mother. But being separated from the child's mother doesn't mean that we still don't take care of our kids, And I know that because I see a lot of my friends, they struggle with that every day. I see the drama that they show on Facebook, whatever they're going through, arguing with their child's mother or whatever. I hope that you guys can fix those issues, because you guys need to worry about your kids more than anything else. You guys got to set that aside. But that topic is so close to my heart, because when I'm here, I come out here, and you guys can see behind me, right? Behind me is nothing but rice fields. So all these rice fields are tended by the villagers. Everybody that lives behind me, all the people that live behind me, they come out here and they tend these fields. And you can see there's hundreds of hectares of land out there, just as far as the eye can see, right? And things that it looks like grass right now, this is rice, actually. So this is the beginning stages of the rice growing process. And I can tell you from what I've seen that it's a lot of work. They don't just plant it and let it grow all by itself. They have to tend to it all the time. There's different things that they need to keep doing, like tilling the land, fertilizing it, spraying insecticides, pesticides, to make sure that different types of insects and caterpillars and stuff don't eat the crops. It's a lot of work, and it gets hot in the daytime. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because this morning when I woke up, right in the back of my house, there's a funeral right now. The funeral is there's a father that just passed away, and he used to come get the fertilizer from us. So we know him, and we know what he's been going through and some of the stuff that he has to do. So that's why we know. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because that topic, it affects everybody, especially men, right? Being a father. And that guy who just passed away was the sole provider of the house, right? He's not that much older than me. He's probably a year or two older than me. But the reason why his health declined is because he spent his younger years spraying insecticides and pesticides for other people. So this right here, you can see little humps in between the land, between each field. that means that each hump is like a lane is 1 hectare, right? So each hectare belongs to different people. And most people who don't have the time to spray insecticides, they'll hire somebody. So the guy who just passed away, he was doing it for a price, and the price it's not much, you know. They'll probably earn like total in a day, probably like $12.50, but he's not spraying just one plot. He's spraying several plots throughout the whole day, you know. So he'll make like $12.50 for the whole day. $12.50 for 1 day of spraying pesticides. That's what he had to do so that he could provide for his family, so that he could have money, so that he could put his kids to school. He was the sole provider for the family. So when they come out here to spray insecticides and stuff and pesticides, they don't have any protective equipment, because you're supposed to have a face mask with oxygen to protect yourself from the pesticides. They didn't understand that it's poisonous and that it could be harmful. So while he's out here, he just has on the backpack thing, the little pump to spray the insecticides, and he's just walking around and spraying the fields and everything, right? Unaware that it's causing him health problems. So he did that for like 10 years, and he was able to earn a lot of money from it. But in the end, it took a toll on his health. So I think something happened to his spine from the pesticides. The chemicals affected his spine somehow, and it ate at a part of his spine. So he had to go to Vietnam. So he went to Vietnam and got he had a surgery on his spine, and they took part of it out. And he came back. He wasn't ever the same after that. He was not the same. So he was Hey buddy, back at my house now. My son Alex had to use the bathroom. It was an emergency, so we had to cut the video short. So I'm back at my house now, and you can hear behind me the funeral. So his story is he used to go out into the fields and spray pesticides, chemical pesticides, insecticides for people. That was a way for him to earn a basic living wage, and he was able to put his kids to school, feed his family and everything. So he'd go out to the fields and spray the insecticides for money, and he'd earn like $12.50 a day, and it was pretty good, that much. It was enough for him to live on and take care of his family. But one thing he didn't realize was that it was taking a toll on his body, and something is starting like eating at the bone of his spine. So he had like really serious pain in his back, and he had to go to Vietnam to get it removed. So they went to Vietnam and surgically removed like a piece of his spine, and ever since they removed it, he hasn't ever been the same. And when he got back, he was paralyzed for like half a year, I think, where he wasn't able to do anything. And then when he was able to walk again, I guess they put like a plate in there, like a metal plate in his spine, and he was told not to do any hard labor. But as a farmer, it's very difficult to not do any hard labor, because everything that they do requires labor. Taking care of their animals, taking care of their fields, everything. He even went out to, what do you call that, catch rats at night. All types of stuff, just so he could provide for his family. He never sat around and just did nothing. He always worried about his kids, his wife. He did everything he could just so he could take care of his family. So he basically worked himself to death, because yesterday, I guess, he was picking something up, something heavy, and I guess the metal plate popped out. Not metal, but steel or whatever it's made out, titanium plate popped out, and that's it ended his life yesterday. So that's the thing about fathers, right? They want to provide for their family, do anything they can to make sure that their wife and their kids live a comfortable life. So this isn't the first guy who's died recently from the effects of pesticides. Another guy down the street, his dad did the same thing, his dad was able to earn enough money to buy more farmland, put his kids to school, but eventually he passed away before he was able to see any of his grandkids, unfortunately. And that's the thing, a lot of the Khmer farmers, they don't understand how harmful these toxic pesticides are, and they just keep doing it, and all they use is a face mask. And I tell them, like, you guys need to have an oxygen tank, you know? They're like, we can't afford it, we just gotta do what we gotta do, you know? Yeah. So fathers, you know, I understand the pain, the heartache, the struggles that you guys go through, because I do the same thing. I look at life the same way. I want to make sure that my kids are okay, my wife's okay. My job is to protect them and provide for them as much as I can, you know? And sometimes we don't feel appreciated, but it's okay. We're men. We don't have time to complain, cry about it. You got to get up, dust our shoulders off, wash our hands, and keep going. Like, every single day is tough. It's very difficult, but we continue to do what we do. All right, guys, thank you for watching.